Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. My name is Dr. Frederick Dare. I'm a therapist here in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you could please subscribe to my video, click the little bell so that you'll get notifications of when I upload new content, and share. Anyway, I just wanted to join in and jump in and talk about this topic. So my topic is, I faked my kidnapping so I could spend time with my boyfriend. The Karol Sanchez story. Okay, so we've all been hearing in the news. I think it started Tuesday or something like that. Well, Karol and her mother were kind of walking somewhere, I'm not sure, and I guess she was kidnapped by some unknown assailants, allegedly, and they took her for almost like a day and a half or something like that. Anyway, turns out that, well, we just found her yesterday, right? And police believe that it was all staged because Karol wanted to spend time with her boyfriend. And it's not funny because the issue is that you've distracted that community in the Bronx where they could be actually searching for someone who is actually missing. Just because you wanted to spend time with a 23-year-old, I think is his name, that your mom probably was against. And I know you're only 16 years old, and any teenagers out there listening to this is not the route you want to go. And so I wanted to come in and bring this story to the limelight because I was actually starting to think, when this came out, that like none of these stories about kidnapping and all of this stuff is real. Because every time I would post, like, oh, on Facebook I would post Johnny is missing from Chicago, or Tracy is missing from Texas, or Sean is missing from Alabama, and then someone would chime in, oh, they've been found. So I started thinking, I don't know if some of these missing children stories are actually true. And this didn't help any, but I know that kidnapping happens and it takes place. And unfortunately, this took away from police in that area actually doing their job for someone for real. So it's not really funny, but, you know, I just thought I'd bring it up. And then I was thinking, if I would have done that, my mother would have, my mom and dad would have beat my butt. I can imagine what Karol's mother is saying to her right now after they realized that this was staged. What are your thoughts on that? What would your parents have done to you if you would have done this? Think. This is all on social media, all over the world. People are worried about it. It's on CNN. It's on all the networks. We're searching for this girl, and then all of a sudden she shows up. And I seen in one article they were like, oh, it's a win. It's finally a win for, I guess, a missing child to be found. But I could imagine that household when Karol got her tail back home. Then again, it's not funny. You know, and then I started, from a therapist perspective, I started wondering, is there something mentally wrong there upstairs to go to that drastic measure? And I know this is the typical story of a teenager trying to run away with a boyfriend, or be with a boy that they know their parents don't agree with. And so, but this is kind of a big thing. I think she knew that kidnapping was the stories that are all over the news and Facebook, so she just wanted to use that as an escapegoat to go see her 23-year-old boyfriend, right? And then I was reading one article and they kind of gave a background of the boyfriend, and it was like he was a crip banger and he was once arrested for murder. So I could see why the mother is like, no. First of all, you're 23, the boyfriend's 23 years old, and you're only 16. Yeah. Slow down, Karol. It'll be other boys, and once you grow up, you may not even like him anymore. But again, this story is not funny. I'm just laughing because I think it's so ridiculous. I was really starting to, question like all this, like I said in one of the videos, I know sex trafficking and human trafficking happens. I just don't know if it's to the degree of what we're seeing on social media, because I haven't seen any mothers crying for these missing kids. And like I said, when I would post a missing child, someone would chime in, oh, they've been found, or they've been found. But every now and then a real case does happen where someone's kidnapped, and it's an actual kidnapping, which is very sad in itself, which is what makes this very bad. And so I'm not sure if she's going to be charged or not. I think they're saying they're waiting on, I guess they're still reviewing the evidence or whatever. But they assume that she knew one of the assailants, which probably is the boyfriend. But what are your thoughts on this? What would your parents have done to you if you did this? And it's all on social media. Oh my God. And now I see memes all over the internet saying taken two, and all of this stuff. But it's funny, but it's not funny. So teenagers out there, if you're listening, don't do that. Don't do that. And that's why I was wondering, and I hadn't had a chance to actually look into like the personal life of Karol Sanchez to see if this is kind of what, is there something mental going on back there? Seems dysfunctional relationship for a 23-year-old to want to be with a 16-year-old. That right there is weird to me. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my video channel, my YouTube channel. You can go do a search on YouTube for the Dr. Dare Show. Again, I'm always doing hot topics or things that have to do with mental health. So again, signing out.